Hey there, I did a couple videos ago about cheap guitars, and this was one that made an appearance. This is the cheap Epiphone. I think I paid 80-90 bucks for, and I bought it with the sole intention of stringing it high strung from the get-go. So since the day I had this, I strung it high strung, and I mentioned that in the video. I got a lot of comments and questions about what strings. They were confused about what a high strung is. So I did a video on this, and I did a video on my acoustic high strung over here. I will put links in those, links for those in the video, but you can check it out. But I'll tell you basically what strings to use, and what you're going to do is on both the electric and the acoustic to make it a high strung or Nashville tuning, or the other term would be poor man's acoustic, or poor man's 12 string, another name for it. Would be to replace the bottom 4 strings. So you don't even have to replace the top 2 strings if you don't want to. So those would stay standard. Basically, I'm using like a light set here. This would be 10 on top and then a 13. And then basically what you're going to do, what I've done is I just would pick up a set of 12 strings set, like so this is a Elixir 12 string light electric set and a 12 string light acoustic set. And what you can do is you can divide this up and split it up into 2 sets of strings, one for your acoustic if you like light strings, and then one for your high strung. And on the same thing with the electric, you can take half of the strings and put them on a Strat or a Tele or Les Paul or whatever if you like 10s, and then the other half of the set, the technical higher set, would go onto your high strung. So basically the dimensions starting from the top would be 10 and 13, which is the same as a standard light set. And then the G is going to be a 9, and then we're going to have a 12, an 18, and a 26. So I have, these are the strings I use on my Ricky 12 string, okay? So I will buy these just for this, but I will also buy an extra set so I can replace these. And I think right now I actually have an acoustic string. I think I busted the D string, or the bottom E string on this, and I had to replace it with a steel string acoustic because I didn't have any D strings from any sets. So anyway, that's what's on this one, and you can hear that. You can hear it on that. So you know, we talked about what a high strung is. And let me get out the acoustic one. Okay, so here's my acoustic high strung, and what I did was, again, I bought this guitar with the sole intention of using it as a high strung guitar. I didn't want to buy a big body guitar because I figured the tone wouldn't matter so much if you're going to knock the strings up an octave. So I didn't need like a large body. So I bought this Larrivee Parlor, and I did a video about this quite a while ago. In fact, it was one of my first videos to kind of take off. But I strung this one up high strung, and I think at the time it was like $300. These have gotten much more expensive, but at the time it was a pretty cheap acoustic. And you can pretty much do this if you have a cheap acoustic lying around. You can totally string it up high strung. So basically, same thing. Top 2 strings you can just leave the same, and then it's the bottom 4 that you're knocking up an octave. But you don't want to just tighten them, of course. You're going to want to replace them. So the gauges on here from the top down. Again, this is a light set. I'm using the Elixir light 12 string set and splitting it up. 10, 14, and then on the G it's going to be a 9 again, and then a 12 on the D. The A is an 18, and then the only wound string is the bottom string, which is a 27. So all of these are unwound steel strings, except for the bottom one. It's just a great sound. Now, I did a video recently where I tracked 2 acoustics, basically doing the same thing, pan them left and right, and then put the high strung in the middle. And you can check out that video too. At the end, I did a mix where you could hear all 3 guitars together. And that's what this is, what I love to use this for, is to kind of double a regular 6 string. And if you're doing like a pattern like this on acoustic, if you were doing something, you know, just, and you double a regular acoustic with this, it would sound like a 12 string if you did the exact same thing. But the cool thing about it is you can actually pan it left and right. So you could put the 6 string, the standard tune 6 string on the left side, your left, whatever. And you could put the high strung on the opposite side, the right side. So, and now you've taken a 12 string and just split it all in half. So every other string is going to come out the wrong side or the other side or whatever. And that's kind of a cool effect too. So anyway, so that's why I like high strung. See, here's the 12 string. And so what I would be doing is just buying a regular set for this, or I'll buy an extra one. So put a set on this, buy an extra set, split it in half, put half on here and maybe half on my other Taylor or my Martin or something. Because I generally use, I usually use more heavy strings than light, so I might use the light strings for something else. But anyway, I'll put links in here to these videos also so that you can check them out. Because I did a video on this, I did a video on recording high strung, and I did a video on the Epiphone high strung. I hope you're doing well. God bless you. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. I've got lots more videos coming up. Bye-bye.